We're going to look at the first goal. This is early, one-on-one. Gates, the defenseman, the Minnesota defenseman, has a little trouble skating, a little trouble turning here. He lets Murray get the jump, but then he recovers. He's coming back. It goes off the goalie stick. Then it hits Gates' stick, the North Star defenseman's stick. It goes into the net. A bad break, but a good start for the Hawks.
Up the right side for Murray. On the boards, a crunching check by Rouse, and he'll pay for that, and here we go. Rouse got nailed right away by Bob Murray, number 6 of the Blackhawks, and the conflagration is general. Only 9 seconds remaining in the interference penalty to Brian Bellows, but there'll be some more folks in the penalty box now, and boy, Rouse really plugged it.
Well, this is what Mike Keenan expects. See, now, one of his players was, at least they felt, was cheap shotted from behind. Now, Murray's not a fighter, little number 6 there, but he knows when he goes back to that bench, he better have reacted correctly, and what he did was what Mike Keenan wanted.
7.5 to go in the first. It's 1-0 Chicago. Here's how this all started while we were gone. Oh, yeah. Bob Rouse, plunged down.
For roughing Blackhawk penalties, number 11, Dan Vincelette. For roughing, and number 28, Steve Larm.
Wilson floats it in, and Myllys decides to pop that. He's not very happy with the way he got nailed coming around, and now Link Gates puts on his policeman's uniform and goes right at it down there. Is that Larmer? Dave Mackey. Boy, you need to have somebody to help that goalie, don't you, Chico? If somebody takes a pop at you going by. That's one of the role players they brought in, Link Gates, who McClellan, Poshek, and Bellows working up front. McCraney to the point with Kolstad. McClellan right to the side of the net, and it's poked by Poshek. McClellan, Bellows, and Poshek in a great 1-2-3 combination on the power play. It's a 1-1 game.
Great awareness play by all 3 players. You're going to see Brian Bellows. Bad angle. He knows not much is going to happen if he takes the shot. He's going to look in front of the net, makes a great thread-the-needle pass to McClellan. Now, McClellan kind of loses it here. He just shoveled it over to Poshek, who's looking for some confidence. Poshek's first year in the league. Coach Paget has him playing with 2 real grindy, energetic-type players, but he's the playmaker. They know that. They want him to get the goals. They want him to get this confidence, because he's the guy who's going to finish the plays off. McClellan, Bellows, they're going to go along the boards and do the work. That could be a great line. Probably the last arena that had those old lights that used to hang down about 30 feet from the ceiling.
Here comes Kevin Kaminsky now for the North Stars. Down the left wing, but Hugh with a drive right to the glove-hand side of Belfort. Zemlak in there. Down go the gloves, and Zemlak squaring off with Glenn Cochran. Zemlak was doing what he came to do, which was be there to bother Belfort. Oh, look at this.
Zemlak's had a real advantage here because Cochran doesn't have a helmet on, so he's got no way of covering up, and there you see Cochran just wanted to kind of wrestle and get this over with. He was at a big disadvantage. He had no sweater on. But again, we see the confrontations arising through little things in front of the net. You're going to see that with Mike Keenan's team. You're going to see that with the North Stars this year because the coaches want the players to be aggressive.
You can't see all the way up, but it goes, the pipes go all the way up into the ceiling. And I read in their media guide, Chico, that if you blast that thing at full blast, not only is it the equivalent of like 25 full brass bands, but it will shatter every window in the place. I don't know if they tried that once or not.
Of course, Glenn Hall was one of the greatest goalies, too.
Here's an open down shot, a great save on Doug Wilson by Myllys. And now, behind the North Star net, it's Dave Mackey and Dean Kolstad. So far, pads and helmets. Mackey 26. Not much in the way of blows, but now Mackey's helmet is off. But Kolstad not positioned to do much to it. I didn't exactly see what precipitated that, unless it was the check between the 2 of them. Pulled off the young boards. Here's Eagle for Chicago, right in front for Savard. No backhand. Oh, a great left kick save by Myllys. Mark Hardy for the North Stars. Boom. That was 5. Here's a shot and they score. It's Savard trying to set it, and there was Steve Larmer. It came out of the crowd. Larmer bothering Myllys in front of the net. It's 2-1. There's the foghorn.
There you look at Rick Vine. He made this play. First of all, he wins the battle in the corner. I don't know if we're going to get a look at it. No. He's just banged Mark Hardy real hard. They bounce together. They come out. Hardy's just a step behind Vine, and Vine is able to tip it in. Now watch this hit. Boom! They both go flying. Now, Vine recovers a little bit quicker, so he's got a step on Hardy coming out of the corner. You can't really blame Hardy because he took the hit, but he couldn't catch up with Vine, and then just redirects the puck. Myllys going down. I don't know if it went through his leg. It looked like it might have gone through his leg or hit the far corner. But Rick Vine has got such a great touch for a goal scorer.
Of the second period. And now back in front of the net. Here we go again. That's Dan Vincelette for the Blackhawks. And Rouse. I should have guessed. Big Bob Rouse. And Vincelette.
Well, they both had a fight earlier. And Vincelette, who's not a fighter per se, I'm sure he's feeling that there's some positions open on this team. If he can be aggressive, which he knows is what Mike Keenan wants. Bob Rouse, he's the captain tonight. He's always physical.
Bergevin, a poke check by Ruskowski, but it didn't clear. 5 in the corner. Behind the net, they floated. There's a blast right to a crowd. Myllys lost the puck. Open net, shot score. Too much too soon going on down in front of the net, and Larmer diving got the hook shot. Power play goal.
Here's a look at it from the far end of the ring. Savard throws it back. Wilson touches it one time that hits Myllys in the arm, and then it's tipped across. I think it's Savard maybe who chipped it back across, or is it Vine? Now this one really hurts for a goalie. You take a blasting shot. Look at Vine fighting there. He actually chips it across, and that's just a great, look at the three players diving. Ruskowski trying to get back. Larmer taking the shot, and the goalie Myllys diving.
Down, a penalty was coming on Wilson. Delayed penalty. There goes the goalie Myllys to the net for the extra skater. It is Bellows. The puck is loose. Delayed penalty on Chicago. A drive score! A tip right in front of the net. McHugh closing in to create some trouble down in front of Ed Belfour. And the Stars score on a delayed penalty to narrow the margin to 3-2.
North Star's second goal is very similar to the Blackhawks' second goal, only this time it's Richard Zemlak instead of Rick Vine making the play. Look at Zemlak. Throws it back to the corner. Gates from the point, lets it go, and it's just tipped in front, which causes the puck.
Our Stars are at full strength, and here comes Randy Smith. Leveled by Thomas. Whoa! Power play 4-on-2. Thomas winding with a drive, and a big save by Myllys. That's the end of the power play. The
Series training camp.
Whoa.
Look at some of this hitting that's going on. There comes Steve Thomas back. And catches Smith with his shoulder. Great clean.
Duchamp cuts it. Rattles it around the boards. Fellows is right there. Fencing with Bergevin. Here's McClellan. Shot shot. They score! It came off the end boards as McClellan tried the stuff shot on the post. And apparently Belfour lost sight of it or something, and the North Stars score on a power play. It's a 3-3 game.
Well, this is what this line can do. They can make nice finesse plays, which they did on their first goal, or they can jam it in. They can go for the net. Bellows reaches around, hits a foot, bounces out front. Excuse me, Potchecker with McClellan behind the net. Here we'll see it. McClellan tries to jam it in from behind. Bellows goes to the front of the net, sees a loose puck, takes a swat at it. Belfort sticks just off the ice. He's had it to the side of the net trying to prevent the pass. Couldn't get it back in time, but that's called a grinder's goal. A garbage goal, whatever you want to call it.
Wayne Sutter on the end boards. 6:45 left in the third period, a 3-3 game, and here we go on the far side. Punches thrown, that's McHugh. Boy, they really got into it down there. McHugh down on the receiving end of that for the North Stars. And with a 3-3 tie. The crowd and you are getting the money's worth tonight. In regulation time, it raises the awesome spectacle of going to overtime here. The North Stars, who had plenty of those last year. We'll talk more about it if the Belfort will play it ahead. Doug Wilson cranks a rocket. Whoa, and Myllys put his whole body into that one and gloved it down.
Sometimes a goalie likes to make a save look spectacular, but this is not the case. This is going to hit Bobby Rouse's stick, I believe. And Wilson, one of the hardest shooters in the league, he puts it where he wants it. I don't like when defensemen do this. Watch Bobby Rouse. He lays his stick there. He kind of ramps it. It's a distraction. Defensemen got to move their stick. You know, just let the goalie see that without any distraction. He's going to make the save. Plays well under pressure. You don't want to lose a game the last 5 minutes.
Back comes Savard. Here's Marler. Savard with a drive. Myllys with another big save. 2 minutes in the game. 54 seconds in the power play. Savard. Blast by Wilson and a big save by Myllys. Staggered him, but he got back. Now Rouse has no stick. Here's a shot by Yanni. Save by Myllys. Hold off the end boards. Savard. Wilson shooting and a save by Myllys. Pulled away on the rebound by Lawton. They drag it away. And it's cleared and shot out and look at by. Whoa, by took a whack at the goals. And the North Stars have really frustrated the Blackhawks here.
Knocked down in front. And Rouse was standing over him. That was a side attraction going on.
And now the Blackhawks are going to head over to the bench and talk a little while. Doug Wilson wants to change sticks. This is strictly tactical, of course. We'll take a new stick rather back over to the penalty box. That's what it is. Provide.
Well, you know, it's almost like the coaches or the teams got together.
Center for Sept, but Gates had him out of the way. And a blast through a screen goes well. Brown, a blast, just tips off, rebound. Savard did not go.
Now here's the first shot. He kicks this one out. It goes to the point. His own man is going to cause a deflection here. Bergman just shoots from the point. His own man actually deflects it. Now the puck's bouncing, fortunately for him. He has to dive across, and that looks like where he got injured. On the dive across, maybe hyperextended his shoulder. Watch this tip. Inadvertently by his own man, but he has to make a great save. Fortunately, it's bouncing, and Dwayne Sutter could not get the bouncing puck up and over Myllys and the defenseman diving. So as I said, it was a good save and a good break. It does look like a very serious injury, but looks like when he stretched out like that, he hyperextended his shoulder a little. And Keenan's really going for the win.
Raskowski wins a big draw. Loose in the North Star zone for Hardy. Locked up by Yanni, but Hardy pulls it away. 21 seconds left in the overtime. There's puck. Here's Savard. Look at that move. And he's bumped off the puck by Bellows. Larmer in the corner. 12 seconds to go. The Stars trying to hold off the Blackhawks here to preserve the tie. And they will. 5 seconds left. Hardy. Raskowski trapped by Savard. 2 seconds. One, and that is it. It goes in the books as a 3-3 tie, but I'll tell you something, the North Stars have got to be very happy with it. A come-from-behind effort in the third period, down by 2 goals. A big night for the most part, and the goal by Jarmo Myllys, and it's got to be a pretty satisfying night for the North Stars as a whole.
Well, they played very well defensively. They got great goaltending, and I think the most positive thing was make the coaches feel the best.